I don't know about you, but I personally can't think of anything more synonymous with needlecraft than one of these guys, a wooden embroidery hoop. So here I just have a selection of the ones that we sell in our shop. And up first we have this DMC one. This one's really nice actually because it comes with a little cardboard band around the middle. Very nice. And then it has DMC somewhere kind of engraved. There we go. Oh, doesn't want to focus, but you can see that. I think that's really, really nice. And then, of course, one of the most important parts is our brass fitting and our brass screw. And again, not sure if you can see, but this screw will fit a flathead screwdriver. So I know a lot of people maybe find it hard when they're tightening their hoops to actually grab the end of the screw and to really get it tight. But if you use a flathead screwdriver, do I have one? I have one over here. Oh, can you believe I couldn't find an actual flathead screwdriver, so I had to get out this whole mini ratchet thing. But anyway, it'll do. So it has our screwdriver head, and if you see, we just pop that in there, and then we can loosen and tighten. So that's the DMC one. Nice thickness, which is really, really important. Sometimes the cheaper hoops that you see will be very, very thin, and they are really prone, well, they're prone to snapping, but they're really prone to kind of splintering, and that can be really, really obviously very bad for your fabric, and it can kind of catch on your fabric. So you want a little bit of thickness in your hoop when you're buying it. And here then we have, oh, I should say the size on this one is 18.5 centimeters or 7 inches. So that's the diameter. This would be the kind of size that I personally would like to use, although I know a lot of people prefer bigger ones, some people prefer smaller ones. Very personal, but yeah, that's kind of a good medium, I think. 185 millimeters or 18.5 centimeters or 7 inches. And then here we have the Nurge ones. So I think, do they say Nurge on them somewhere? Oh yeah, here we go. So Nurge number 4. And then we have the Nurge number 5. So the number 5 is 220 millimeters. That's the diameter in that one. And the number 4 is 190 millimeters. So you can see it's just ever so slightly larger than the DMC one. And again, really, really nice thickness on these, 8mm thickness. Really nice quality, lovely and smooth, no splinters, so it's not going to catch your fabric, or it's not, you know the way sometimes you see like chunks missing out of the hoops, and again that can catch your fabric, catch the threads, but these ones are nice and smooth, nice quality. And again, oh, that's not going to focus. That's not going to focus. Okay. Well, again, we have our flathead screw here that we can loosen or tighten. Does this one want to come loose? Yeah. And then, of course, as we all know, they then come apart. So if I just take my little sampler here, pop it on top, and then pop, it's probably a little bit low, pop our hoop, and then, now I've left that too loose, but we can tighten it up a little bit, and then just make sure our fabric is nice and taut. Drum tight is not what they always say, you want it to be drum tight. And then we just keep tightening. And like I said, if your hand is maybe not the strongest, or you just don't have the greatest grip, you can get out your flathead screwdriver and give it a little tighten. You don't want to over tighten because you don't want to risk cracking the wood, but I think you'd have to go pretty hard to over tighten it. So there you go, that's our number 4 Nurge hoop. which is 190 millimeters in diameter, and that one is €7.90. And then our slightly larger, I should say, Nurge hoop, which is our number 5. Oh, no, not going to focus. Number 5 is 220 millimeters diameter. That one is €8.35, and then our DMC with our little band on it is 185 millimeters in diameter, and that one is retailing for $11.85. So a little bit pricier, that one. But there you go, there's just a few of the wooden hoops we have. I know some people are devoted to wooden hoops, and you know what? If you get yourself a good quality one now, you will probably have it for the rest of your stitching life, your stitching career. I have a wooden hoop that I bought when I very first started stitching. So, gosh, I don't even know what year that was. And you may have seen it sometimes in the short videos that we upload, showing samples of actual stitching. The piece will be in a wooden hoop, and that wooden hoop I bought, like I said, when I originally started stitching, and it has lasted me forever. And actually I find that over time they can become even smoother. The wood kind of softens and becomes, not that it's rough to begin with, but becomes smoother over time. So that's wooden hoops. And then if you're wondering how we take it out, I mean, I'm sure you've all seen this being done. We just loosen our screw, I should say. So, righty tighty, lefty loosey, and then we take it off, and then we have our fabric. And you can see it's left a little bit of an indentation there, but that'll come out, and I don't know if you can see, but it hasn't really left any kind of hoop burn on our fabric or on our stitching. A lot of people are really afraid of hoop burn. They think that if your hoop leaves a mark in your stitching, you're done for. But actually, when your piece is finished, you'll find that a lot of that hoop burn has come out by itself, and then the rest of it you can get out pretty easy. You can give it a light steam, or you can give it a very light iron with a cool iron on the back, and that'll sort it out. So, it's nothing to be absolutely petrified of. But yeah, there you go. Some nice wooden hoops.